outfit made me gotta look like I got a long. I ain't got no long. This is for my little coochie girls. Don't y'all hate when dudes say to you, what Big Moose doing? What's up with Big Moose? Baby, this is Baby Deer. This is Baby Deer. Where you see Moose at? This is Baby Deer. This is Bambi, okay? Or then they be like, what's up with Fat Ma? What Fat Ma talking about? This is little baby. This is little baby. This ain't no Fat Ma. This is little baby.
A Houston school principal who stirred up a nationwide controversy over what is appropriate attire for parents at school. Critics say the policy is discriminatory and discourages parents from being involved in their kids' education.
Why did you feel there was a need for a dress code for parents?
I felt the need to enact the dress code because it was an educational environment, a place of learning. And when anyone walks in, we have impressionable children, and we have to model what we want them to know. We have to show them what is right, what is correct, and what they need to do when they go different places. For example, you don't wear a swimsuit to school, you wear it to the beach. One instance, a mother came in with a see-through shirt, and you could clearly see her breast and her nipples.
A lot of people, it's hard just getting everybody out the door.
I know.
Let alone getting dressed yourself.
And let me say that I am so glad that this is a Black woman. I'm so glad that the principal is a Black woman so that Black women cannot hide as much behind racism or misogyny, because I do think that in certain situations they don't really apply as much as we claim that they do. And I think that, we kind of deflect and put it all on racism and misogyny when sometimes, it's just some things that are common sense or that we need to do or improve upon.
The good Black woman has self-respect. She don't have to go out naked just to get the attention of a man. I have sisters all over the country, and they come up to me after the lectures, and they'll be talking to me, and they'll say, well, all he think about is sex. All he think about is my body. I say, why don't you show him something else? And then here's the really good one. They'll come up and they'll have on a weave. They have on false eyelashes, another whole face, false fingernails, and all of that. And then they'll say, but I'm looking for a real man. The good Black woman can pull a dress down without thinking that it devalues her. She doesn't have to use her body because she has so many other good attributes about herself to get the attention of a man. We can take the sisters in a position to take all of the charge and sexual energy out of the Black community by just dressing differently. We have the power and control over that. That don't stop you from being beautiful. That don't stop you from getting a man. And it certainly puts things on the right perspective so some other judgments can be made other than physical. It don't take no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to have a sexual reaction. That's the most base. We spend less time doing that than anything else we do. So, that doesn't always have to be the forefront issue. We know we are capable of that.
The one area of life where the Black woman acknowledges her complete unity of idea with other Black women is in the category of clothing. Fashion designers like Louis Vuitton, Liz Claiborne, Gucci, Calvin Klein and Polo, Laurent or Lauren have proven they can impress Black women to agree that clothes indeed make the woman. The Black woman will pay any price to own and wear the latest styles. The more expensive the garment or accessory, the more Black women will purchase it. Clothing becomes a status symbol, and status she can afford the latest trendy fashion. The fact that someone else is setting her style of dress does not matter to the Black woman. She eagerly awaits the latest styles to be unveiled so she can commence to plan how she will acquire it. She wants everyone to know she is up to date fashion-wise and can afford to keep up. The black woman will borrow clothes from her friends to go out on a special date with a black man to demonstrate her multifaceted wardrobe and prove she can dress richly. She will run up charge accounts, borrow from the rent, and make any sacrifice she deems necessary to obtain a certain outfit she believes she absurdly must own. She absolutely must own, excuse me. When the style changes, she changes too. Her self-esteem is boasted when strangers compliment her on her outfit and tell her how fine she looks. She may take literally hours to dress to perfect her special look. She will stand poised in doorways, on street corners, in the line at the bank, and at the bus stop, on the elevator, or in the mall, hoping that a man or anyone else will notice how finely dressed she is. Maintaining her wardrobe is at the top of her life priorities. She must have clothing, a few drop dead pieces, then food and shelter. She may even brag to her friends about how much she paid for a certain garment. She knows little about the markup on designer clothing and cares less that it's sometimes 500 to 5,000%. It rarely occurs to her to design and make her own clothes. She considers making her own clothes as tacky, and any other woman who shows she is attempting to make her own clothing is laughed at and made to feel out of step with time. However, since the clothes are so important to her, she should make an effort to make some of her garments herself. Purchasing fine garments made by white designers is another major way that huge amounts of money leaves the black communities. Since poor blacks are more concerned with stylish clothes than poor whites, it would be wise for blacks to establish their own clothing factories and buy from each other. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to On the Shoulders of Giants. I am Joseph Ward. Happy Monday. We're continuing our reading of The Black Woman, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman by Sister Shahrazad Ali. This is chapter 11, How She Dresses. And we're talking about the way, especially the modern black woman dresses and the different approaches or different styles of dress that the black woman adorns now that Sister Shahrazad Ali believes can be problematic. From what I'm gathering, from what I've read and from what I've heard in her lectures, her main point is to get black women to understand that their value and their identity and their beauty does not lie in their body or the clothing that they put on, whether they're trying to dress rich, whether they're trying to dress like a CEO, whether they're trying to dress like somebody on the street, whether they're trying to dress any type of style. It is not the clothes that make the woman, but the woman that makes the clothes. And it's all of the internal beauty that is radiating from the woman that makes her beautiful. And the clothes are just the icing on the cake. The clothes are not the things that make the woman beautiful. Her body is not the thing that makes her beautiful. Her sexuality is not what makes her beautiful, right? But it also goes to show that we do, on our men's side, we have some work to do, because we have a lot of men who still view women through a whole sexual lens. But Sister Shahrazad Ali is getting at is, even though that man has that lens, she wants the black woman to present herself in a more modest and a more respectful way, so that doesn't give more fuel to the fire of that man who got his issue. Now we ain't taking nothing away from him. He got his issue, but she doesn't need to go out showing everything, because it's a respect thing, right? It's a way you carry yourself. You can see with the first couple of clips, the women are obsessed with their bodies and their sexuality, right? They have these new challenges where the women are showing the print of their stuff, right? It's out there now. It's just a lot of stuff that's happening. This is what Sister Shahrazad Ali is speaking against. This is what she's talking about. This is what she's pointing out. This is what she's addressing, and she wants us to analyze. Why does the black woman feel as if her body and her sexuality and the clothing that she wears to accentuate her body and her sexuality, why is that what makes her beautiful? Why is that what makes her stand out? Why does she wrap her identity and all of her self-esteem around that instead of what she is, what she actually is, and who she actually is, rather than what she looks like? So that's what we're gonna be getting at today. So let's jump back in. First paragraph, page 114. All right. So some Black women adorn the tightest clothes they can find. Black women think that skin tight clothes will get them the most attention from men. Tight clothes are restricting, uncomfortable, and bind, but it does not matter to the Black woman how much she has to endure. Any amount of pain is worth suffering if it succeeds in attracting the attention of the right man or any man. Some wear low-cut dresses to show their breasts, or wear no bra at all to show their breasts and the imprint of their nipples. All of this is designed to appear sexy. She may wear an extra short micro mini skirt and sit in a wide leg way to entice any man who are looking on. She wears see-through clothing, thin dresses without a slip, or any other kind of alluring outfit because she is trying to show her body. She is trying to show her body form in a sexy way to show men what she has. Sadly, the Black woman is convinced that the only quality she has to offer is her body and female wiles, right? She places her sexual value above all others. She believes that physical attraction is the only thing she has going for her as a female. If a man whistles or makes lewd remarks at her, she acts like she has appalled. She acts like she is appalled, yet she dresses in a way to demand attention and some kind of reaction from men. While she claims she does not want to be addressed, she does not want to be desired for her body. She does everything she can to keep it in the forefront. She considers the Black man as an animal that reacts the most strongly to sexual suggestion. She thinks that he is base, raunchy, and easily managed with sex. She does not think that the Black man has enough sense to seek out self-respect, self-discipline, cheerfulness, courteousness, cleanliness, and intelligence in her. But when she presents herself as a sex object, she can only be seen in that light and treated accordingly. And that reminds me of the clip from one of Dave Chappelle's stand-up specials when he was talking about the woman who has the outfit of a woman of the night and is approached as a woman of the night, and she gets appalled and she doesn't like it. And of course, he's saying that's not right. But if I was walking down the street in a police uniform and somebody mistake me for a police officer, so, that's what that reminds me of.
And you with your buddies, right? You with your buddies, you got a couple drinks in you, and you see a girl, you might try to talk to her. This might not come out right. I don't know what you say, but damn, look at the girl gets mad and says, wait a minute. Just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a which is true. Gentlemen, that is true. Just because they dress a certain way doesn't mean they are a certain way. Don't ever forget it. But ladies, you must understand that is confusing. Just is. Now that would be like me, Dave Chappelle the comedian, walking around the streets in a cop uniform. Somebody might run up on me. Oh, thank God. Officer, help us. Come on, they're over here. Help us. I'm like, man, just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a police officer. You understand what I'm saying?
Sex represents affection to her. She is practically all she knows about loving. When she attracts the wrong kind of fish, she doesn't realize it is because she's using the wrong kind of bait. It is extremely difficult to convince a Black woman to alter or adjust her revealing style of dress. She thinks that the Black man tells her to dress more civilized because he does not want anyone else to look at her or want her. She rationalizes that if she wants to keep her man on his toes, she must constantly prove to him that she is in demand by other men. This is how he will know that she is the real prize to her. Right. So This is where conversation come in a relationship and courtship and getting to know people, right? If you meet a woman and your initial attraction to her is because of her style of dress and she's showing her body and all those things, she's been dressing like that, and you meet her like that, and that's something that's not addressed then, but you try to address it later, you got a problem on your hand. Also, conversations, right? If you don't want to be in a relationship with a woman who thinks that her body is her value, then don't choose to be in the relationship with the woman who thinks that her body is her value. Get to know her, ask her questions, right? Have conversations, real conversations, ask real questions, continuous conversations, right? Be observant. There are women, Black women, who think that, and I see it all the time, that think that their body is their value, and they will dress in a provocative way. Matter of fact, it reminds me of at FAMU years back. At FAMU, when the young lady posed almost pretty much naked in front of this snake statue in front of FAMU on campus.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. A recent Florida A&M graduate is showing off her junk in her trunk, her brown bottom, her kibbles and bits, a bootay. That's all the adjectives I have for you tonight. Tarika Williams' nude photos in front of the university's mascot have gotten a lot of online attention. Many people praising her for posing in nothing but her birthday suit and a pair of heels, while others say it's inappropriate, it's atrocious, it shouldn't be done. I talked with my next guest for their thoughts on this.
Well, I'm not too sure that she should have her degree rescinded because she did earn the credits. However, college is a place where we go, especially HBCUs, are places we go to learn the difference between what we can do and what we should do. And in as much as she is going to become an educator, a counselor, I'm just not too sure that even if she graduates, she should be allowed to serve in a professional capacity.
And one of the things she was talking about was she always dressed provocative. She was like, since middle school or high school, she always dressed provocative. And that was a badge of honor for her, to dress provocative. Go back and look at the clip, like the rapper Glorilla starting the Moose Knuckle Challenge. Like, to be a Black woman who's a rapper these days, you have to be provocative. You have to show your body. To be an entertainer, you have to show your body. We see the women in the streets. We see the young girls, the older women, sometimes the grandmothers, who have to show their body. The mindset is warped. Their value, the idea of value is warped. Their idea of value is external, and it's not intrinsic. It's not something that's coming from the inside. They don't value themselves as an individual, as a being. They value their looks. They value their sexuality. They value the clothes that accentuate it, the accessories. They value the lifestyle. They value the cars, the houses, the idea, everything but themselves. So if you as a man, if this is the woman that you're attracted to, you got to talk to yourself. You got to ask yourself certain questions. So, are the Black woman reducing her standards to a concentration of ways to attract the Black man through sexual innuendo and her style of dressing? He has succumbed to the promises of that idea and does indeed appear to be impressed with half-dressed Black women. He has given up the idea of meeting an attractive, competent woman who knows how to be a woman to a man. And that's his fault. That's his fault. But I do understand, I do have some understanding around that. And I'm thinking about young men these days who are in certain environments where the young girls, we have They have a generation of young girls who dress provocative pretty much their whole lives. And the young men have been around that their whole lives. So none of them have a problem with styles of dress. Well, I ain't gonna say none of them, but there are enough young black men and enough black men, period, who don't have a problem with that style of dress. And they encourage it, as a matter of fact, until it starts to affect them negatively, right? But that's the caveat, until it affects them negatively. But we can't wait that long. Now she has different ideas and thoughts because she's been dressing like this for the longest. You've been liking it like that for the longest, but now it's negatively affecting you. And now you don't want to dress like that. But this is what you help feed into. I'm not going to say this is what you started because you dressed like that when you met her, but it's what you help feed into. If that's not the woman you want, ultimately in the long run, results, positive or negative, if that's not the woman you want, don't feed into it. Often she will sit or stand in a provocative way as to entice the black man to sneak a peek or to try to look under her dress or through her dress or down her bosom or up her behind. She may bend over or stoop in such a way as to provide a clear shot of her buttocks or frontal pelvic area. The man may think that he is indeed sneaking a peek at her and that she is unaware, but the black woman, in her plotting to entice the black man through sexual explicitity, knows full well what parts of her body can be seen from every angle. She checks this out in her full-length mirror before she leaves home. She knows how she sits and how she stands. Black women try out every pose imaginable to find out which one shows the greatest portion of the area they're trying to tease with. She is never unaware of the effect her style of dress has on the black man. She will also wear clothing that shows the imprint of her underwear. She may wear brightly colored print panties so they will show vividly through her slacks or dress. This, of course, is done to draw attention to her figure. While doing all of this, she pretends that she is unaware of what is happening. So as she oozes around the room, tossing her head and batting her eyes at the men in closest proximity, she enjoys the thrill of playing a high-tech game of ain't I a lot of women. Excuse me. She likes to play a high-tech game of ain't I a lot of women. Well, today they'll say they the bad bees. You know, they the baddest bee in the room, right? This is 89 and 2024. They're not saying ain't I a lot of women. They say ain't I the baddest bee in the room, right? She may float about, swishing her hips from one end of the room to the other, challenging all the men present to vie for her attention to see who can qualify to take her home. And we see this portrayed a lot in the media and the entertainment that we consume, but also we see it played out in real life when women come in. Like I'm on YouTube the other day and I'm watching this dude has a channel where he films stuff that's going on downtown in like Orlando and different cities in Florida. And you know I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old when I'm looking at how all the women dress, and I'm like, am I looking at women or am I looking at women of the night? Because I remember the girl had like this one-piece blue lace outfit, and you could see her panties and her drawers up under. You know, like I'm on FAMU campus the other day, and this girl, you know, she wearing an outfit that she shouldn't really be wearing, and it's too small, and she just walk around and all her booty just hanging out. And I'm like, the attention that you will get will not be the attention you ultimately want. Like you're attracting the Pookies and the Ray Rays like that. They like that stuff. If that's not the man you want, that's not the stuff you put out. A respectable man is looking for a respectable woman, right? You're not looking for a woman who walk around with all her booty hanging out. Because it's just like I done seen some wild stuff. Like this moose knuckle challenge, like it's another layer on the cake, right? They're just all out just showing all their stuff. But there are men encouraging it these days through social media. There are men encouraging it and there are women encouraging it as well. The attention is the new currency. Why would they stop when they continue to get attention? The more lewd I get, the more attention I get. It's feeding the ego, it's feeding the monster. So there are a lot of people who are stoking the fire, raising the ego, feeding the ego rather. And it's not helping. And then, you got the Glorillas and the Cardi B's and the Megan Thee Stallions, and of course the City Girls and the Sexy Reds, and Sexy Red is like probably the worst of them. And it's the influence on the young girls of teaching them that their body is their value, which is crazy. So the black man needs to know that the way she dresses is no accident, and all of her nakedness is a statement about her self-confidence and self-esteem. The more naked she is in public, the less confidence and self-esteem she has. It is possible to look at a black woman and detect the kind of desperation she is experiencing by the way she dresses. A qualified black woman does not have to show her body to attract a man. She does not have to go naked to be discovered and noticed. She has other viable traits and attributes to make her appealing. She relies on her uniqueness of personality and presence, her intelligence and courteousness, her softness and friendliness. She does not wear see-through clothing to demonstrate her worth. This is not to say that black women should not have feminine, sexy clothing, but she should wear them only in private in the presence of her own man to please him, and not expose her body daily to the unbridled glances of the general public. The black man has a trying time trying to get the black woman to cover her body in public because she thinks that covering her body makes her look and feel like an old lady and reduces her chances of attracting a man. She equates youth with tight and revealing clothing. She may set a bad example for her own daughters by dressing them in mature two-grown outfits because she thinks it's cute. She raises her daughters to think that it is okay to wear halter tops, short shorts, tops with the back out, and skirts with the tight showing, etc. She doesn't realize that this gets to the young girls into the habit of showing their bodies in public, basking in the special attention they get from providing them with the opportunity to study the effect of their nakedness on the opposite sex. This also sometimes gets them the unwanted attention of pedophiles or other perverts waiting to prey on young girls. The black woman would dress her small daughters in a more civil fashion, and they will grow up to be more modest. I never, even when I was a child, I never liked to see young girls dressed more and like they would dress adults. I'll say it like that. I never like to see that in certain. I just don't think young girls should be wearing certain outfits. Call me old school, call me what you want. I don't care. Let babies be babies. Let young girls be young girls. Stop putting the weaves in their head. Stop putting certain outfits on them and stop all that stuff. It just, I personally don't like it. But I can't tell anybody else how to do what to do with their kids. But to introduce young girls unconsciously, because they're unconscious, they're not really aware of what's going on, but they're being introduced unconsciously to sexuality and sexual nature and sexual presentation, and they don't even know it, but they're being trained to dress this way. So when they get older and they want to expose and reveal themselves, it's normal. So that's why you will see, go on Walmart, and you see the mothers and the daughters all dressed the same way, all got their body parts hanging out, all got their bonnets on. Going back to the lady in the school in the video, had to put the dress code in the school because the mothers coming in their pajamas and their bonnets and all their stuff hanging out, no bras and stuff just flapping and flanging and flailing. Come on, gotta do better. Can't just wake up and say, F it, I'm not gonna put no effort into my appearance. And if I do put effort into my appearance, it'll be to reveal my body because my body is my asset. Gotta do better. If the black man wants to have daughters who reach teenagehood under control with high standards of intelligence and modesty, he must take an active part in the kind of clothes that she wears as a small child. He should give the Black woman directions regarding the types of clothing she allows the Black girl child to wear. If she gets used to being naked as a little girl, she will grow up with that idea and pursue it into adulthood. The man must monitor the wardrobe of all the females in this house. He can use his own instincts to determine what is proper and what is not. The Black mother who upholds her daughters in going nude in public in the name of being in style is not a good mother and is not setting a good example. There was a time when only women of the night dressed in certain kinds of clothes and their styles of dress bespoke of their profession. But today, so many Black women dress like women of the night, it is practically impossible to detect who is who. Going back to the Dave Chappelle clip. The Black woman's boldness in strolling naked among the public bespeaks her low morals, indecent ideas, and hatred and low value for herself. Before I get to this, next paragraph, just once again, you know, appearance and first impressions are everything, right? So once again, as a man, if every day you saw me, if you saw me every day and I presented myself as a homeless man, I looked homeless, I smelled homeless, I walked homeless, I talked homeless, I was unkempt, I looked like I just woke up off the side of the road, I smell like I haven't bathed in days. Every time you see me, and then there's one day you approach me and we have a conversation. And you approaching me to help me because you see me as a homeless person, right? So you are giving me provisions. You're helping me. You're giving me commodities and all types of stuff. You want to give me food, want to help me get into a shelter because you see me and you feel bad for me. So you get out of your car, you come over and you got food and stuff and we start talking. And then I reveal to you that I'm actually a millionaire and I live in a big, nice house. And I just like being out here chilling because I got the time. You're going to be looking at me like, what? What's going on? So I played the full role. I had the full costume on. I was fully in character. I looked homeless, smelled homeless, walked homeless, talked homeless, presented myself homeless, unkempt, all of that. But I'm a multimillionaire and I live in a mansion. You will be confused. Think about it. Same thing with the style of dress. If you dress yourself like a woman of the night, people will respect you as if you are a woman of the night. The Black woman's facial cosmetic makeup is another area she needs correction. She spends a lot of money on face powder, foundation, lipstick, blush, eyeshadow, eyebrow pencil, and eyeliner so she can make up her face. She is not satisfied with the one she has naturally. Some Black women will not stick their head out of the door unless their faces are made up. The fact that the Black man does not like her and all this war paint does not matter to her. She thinks it makes her look better. If the man advises her to take a little off of it or wash her face completely, she laments, he just want me to look bad so nobody else will want me, because she is so insecure about her position in this life. She believes in her heart that he is only interested in her because she is so fine, has the shape, and dresses sharp. It is difficult for the Black man to convince her that all those greasy layers of artificial color make her look like Ronald McDonald or some other clown. And you see the videos these days where these girls be having all this stuff on their face. They look one way when they have all this stuff on their face. And then when they take all that stuff off, they look like they're literally a whole different another person. That's scary. The wizardry, right? If the weather is extremely hot, she still tries to wear makeup that melts from the heat and gets smeared on her collar, clothes, or sometimes on her man's sleeve or shoulder. She also may make up the rest of her body too. And we know we in BBL culture. We in BBL culture nowadays, right? She may wear a padded bra. So do that, and or just get her breast done. Artificial eyelashes, and we hate them Bernstein Bear camel eyelashes. Them caterpillars on your eyes. Ladies, stop putting them caterpillars on your eyes. Don't. No man has ever said, "Oh, look at them eyelashes. I think I'm gonna go talk to her because I like them eyelashes." We can't even tell if your eyes are open. Take them lashes off, please. The fake nails, the long flowing hair weave, like with some of them nails. I don't know how some of y'all wipe y'all butt with them nails. Like with them long, especially them girls that be having them long claws and all that stuff. I don't know how you wipe your butt with them. All that hair weave, the long flowing hair weave, the spike heels to appear taller, and the girdle or waist clencher. You know, they got the waist trainers and stuff nowadays to try to circumvent actually working out and eating right. You know what I'm saying? If and when she takes off all the extra parts, she looks like a completely different person. She adds all of those attachments because she thinks they make her look good and special. These various appliances are expensive to maintain and often uncomfortable and tedious to apply. But she wears them all because she thinks it will make her more appealing to catch a man. Few black women look good with big blood red lipstick on, or big round patches of rouge on their cheeks, or a double coat of liquid makeup that is totally different color from the neck or ears. I hate that. All her rainbow colored eyeshadow makes her look like a Technicolor monster, but through some stretch of imagination, she thinks it looks good. More amazing is that she thinks the makeup makes her look natural. Right. She is unwilling to accept herself as God designed her. The fancier the outfit or the occasion, the more makeup she adorns. She is seeking a flawless complexion, perfect formed body, and crowning glory of hair and the stylishness of a fashion model. She is once again seeking the wrong things in the wrong places. Her makeup is like a shield, a barrier that she hides behind, and one that keeps a wall between her real self and the black man. Hey, I want to see what you look like when you wake up in the morning. I want to see what you look like when you go to sleep. I want to see what you look like when you come out the shower. I want to see what you look like when you just got through running and sweating and working out or something. I want to see what you really look like. You know, it's funny. Women always complain or talk about, I don't know why men always come and talk to me when I ain't got no makeup on, I ain't dressed up. And men always come and trying to talk to me. And I don't understand that. Like, I look busted, but men always trying to talk to me when I don't have nothing on. That's because that's how you that's how you look. We like the way you look. We like the way you look. There's nothing more than that. We like the way you actually look. The way you actually look is beautiful. You don't need the makeup. You definitely don't need them lashes. You don't need to be drawing your eyebrows on. You don't need them edges that's coming down looking like they about to touch your eyebrows and all that stuff there. We like the way you actually look. That's it. Black women who wear pants or slacks a lot have a tendency to take a masculine mannerism. They may stand differently, cross their legs, or walk more like a man. The same observations are noticed when black women wear men-type clothes, hats, shoes, and jackets. While slacks are admittedly comfortable in summer and perhaps warmer in the winter, they do pose a problem for selected black women who cannot handle wearing men fashion clothing. Certain garments are identifiable with certain ideas and genders. Masculine type hairstyles can have the same effect. She also goes on to talk about women who not only adorn more masculine type of clothing, but women who take on more masculine jobs also take on more masculine of an attitude and a mindset and a more masculine disposition in the way they present and carry themselves. And I have noticed that. So she talks about like what she says, police officers, electricians, plumbers, contractors, security guards, taxi drivers, carpenters, mechanics, truck drivers. No, those even the women who put themselves in CEO positions, they or leadership positions, they take on more well, not all women, but there are some women who take on more masculine frame. You know, I remember when I was working at Goodwill, you know, we would have some women who would try to even challenge your man, who would even tell you that they're more man than you because of the position that they have. It's hilarious, but I have seen that. I'm not going to say that's in an abundance of women, but I have seen those traits in women who sometimes, well, yeah, basically women who are doing more masculine clothes do have more of a masculine disposition, no matter how fine they are. It could be some women who out here are drop dead gorgeous. I'm talking about live, but they have more masculine clothing on and they have more of a masculine disposition. But men still want them. So the black women, some black women have it in their mind that their buttocks is the focal point of their attractiveness. She dresses to accentuate the cheeks of her hind parts, and they are exposed to what she believes to be her best advantage to afford the best view. Thus, the black man can walk down any street of America and see all shapes of black women stuffed into tight jeans, tight skirts, and dresses, splits up the back, splits up the front, and up the side. She wears all of this to show her rear end. At an early age, she learns to shake her behind, make it wiggle, or roll very unobtrusively, barely noticeable to everyone other than the man she has it aimed at. She learns to walk in such a way as to make her behind shake or twist in a way as to get attention. She is flattered when a man whistles at her or yells out remarks referring to her hips or the size or the shape of her buttocks. And yeah, once again, I see it all the time. Women basically wearing next to nothing. I have my various phrases, like women walk around with a hole hanging out, right? Nothing on. Like I can literally see your hole. Like I can literally see your hole, and you just walking. Your dress just riding all up. I told you, I know I done got old because I be looking at these young girls dressed like that, and I be wanting to throw something at them. I be wanting to run up on them and like put some clothes on them and like tell them to put some clothes on and just like tell them why they need to. But I know how that's going to be received. I know how it's going to be received. So I know how to hit a new level in life because I'm looking at it and like, no, don't do that. No, stop. Right. Married black women and those with children should not appear in public in shorts, mini skirts, or revealing clothes. It is a disrespect to herself, to her man, and to her black motherhood. These types of garments should be reserved for the home and the house if they must be worn at all. She should also refrain from dressing this way in front of her man's male company friends. The black man must insist on this. It is another way to clean up the black woman and prevent her from joining the Western civilization styles. The black woman who dresses in revealing clothes put the black man's life on the line every time she goes out with him because if another black man or white man makes inappropriate advances or makes disrespectful comments to her, the black man is bound by the code of manhood to defend her honor, even if she dishonors herself. If he is out with her, he is responsible for her. A properly dressed black woman is a protection to her man and family. She must be inspected. The man should be firm and gentle in enforcing these rules of dress. Firm but not wavering on these requirements, and gentle in its insistence. She comply with his wishes if she wants to be his woman. She will come at him in different ways to test his sincerity and seriousness. He must maintain consistency so she can depend on him. He may make a few mistakes into moving into his new role as controller. So will she. She must know that the black man has certain requirements and standards she must live up to if she wants to be with him and wants to be accepted by him. Rarely is there a civilized, refined black woman who disagrees with a black man. Rarely is there a civilized, refined black man who disagrees with a black woman who covers her body. The black woman currently has thrown her intelligence in the garbage can, and their loose classless behavior and style of dress contributes to the low ideals of the black man. She has nothing to strive for, no visible rules or protocol he must adhere to in her presence. If every time the black man looks at the black woman, the only reaction he has is one of lustful desire, he grows to agree that sex is her total worth. Her alluring style of dress leaves little space for the other considerations of her value. She is to blame for this and has certain outfits she refers to as her catch-it clothes or her effing dress, right? These are outfits specifically matched to cause a desirous reaction from men, excuse me. These outfits specifically matched to cause a desirous reaction from men. Black women who use their clothes as tools to attract attention from black men often wind up actually attracting a man they are interested in. They report to their friends the next day that they caught, which means they landed a man's interest in them. Fishermen say that the kind of fish you catch depends on the kind of bait you use. If the bait is tainted, the fish attracted are unpalatable or poisonous. None of this is to say that the black woman should not enjoy her wardrobe or respectable stylish clothes, but the clothes should not be worn to seduce or prove the value or worth of the wearer. A well-dressed and accessorized black woman is a very beautiful, admirable sight. The garment should be attractive, feminine, durable, and above all useful. Wearing high-heeled shoes that causes excruciating pain, corns on the toes, or swollen ankles are not considered useful shoes, especially since they are just worn to match a certain outfit. Low-cut blouses and sweaters designed to show cleavage, especially in winter, are not useful. Tops that keep coming apart or shirts that keep riding up or splits that won't stay closed are not useful clothing. When the black man sees the black woman wearing an outfit she is visibly uncomfortable in, he should request that she change it to something more comfortable and more suitable for a respectable woman. If she's dealing in a circle where fine clothes are the prerequisite for acceptance, she should be encouraged to get out of that circle. And I agree. Hey, so like I said, the overall tone of this is the black woman's value, but the black woman's idea of her own value. How does the black woman value herself? That's what Shahrazad Ali is getting at. Is the value coming from your body, from your face, from your butt, from your breasts, from your hips, from your thighs, from your vagina? Is it coming from there, or is your value coming from the type of person you are, the type of deeds you do, right? The type of discipline you have, the type of structure you have, the mindset you have, how you feed and pour into people. Those are the things that a man with sense, a respectable man, is looking for, right? So, like she said, it's the type of bait that you use to catch the type of fish that you want. If you're trying to catch a little mud skipper, then you can throw out some. You catch you a little mud skipper, catch you a little dirt diver, catch you a little bottom of the barrel, a bottom feeder. Matter of fact, that is what they call those type of fish, a bottom feeder. You'll catch a bottom feeder, Glocktavius now. Then if you throw out raggedy old bait, you're going to catch a bottom feeder. If you're trying to get you a something good, something valuable, you got to throw out something that's valuable. So always understand too that yes, you're supposed to have value for yourself. You're supposed to have an idea for yourself that should be built off of the healthy parts of yourself, right? But also understand that if you are looking to attract somebody of the opposite sex, there's a value that will be put upon you from the opposite sex. And that value will be placed upon you by how you present yourself. And if you present yourself in a lewd, seductive, sexual way, and that is how you're always presented, because I've seen this with my own eyes. If you're always presented like that, you will be treated like that. We will only see you as sex. But if you're looking for a dude that got some substance, you're looking for a dude who is valuable, you're looking for a dude who can pour into you, a man, you're looking for a man, then you got to be a woman. He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Be a wife before I find you. Carry yourself in a respectable manner before I find you. Have that together about yourself and for yourself before I find you. So when I do find you, especially Because matter of fact, if you are on that wavelength, for me to be with you, I have to be on the same wavelength. For me to even be in your radar, I have to be on the same wavelength. So if you are taking care of yourself, you got your stuff together, you're being respectable, you're being modest, you're truly loving yourself. Yes, you are beautiful. You got a nice body, but that doesn't make you. The coolest women are always like the coolest women to be around and to have relationships with are the one who be like, they be like fine as all outdoors. And a lot of times they don't even really realize how fine they are according to the standards of the culture, because they don't see themselves like that, because that's not where their value comes from. They see themselves as a good person overall. So that be the greatest package right there, man. They be fine as all outdoors, but they are wonderful women. Oh, man. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. So, on both sides, men and women, we got to have our stuff together. You got to love yourself. You got to respect yourself. You got to discipline yourself. You got to carry yourself in a respectable manner, especially if that's what you're looking for from your counterpart. Now, if you're looking for a bottom feeder, hey, throw out all the trash bait you want. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to try to convince you to do nothing. But from what we're reading in this book, especially her message being toward Black women is, how you present yourself matters. Who you are matters, and how you present yourself matters at the end of the day. No matter if you like it or you don't like it. Who you are and how you present yourself, how you carry yourself matters. You will be judged by men by that. Throw out the idea of I shouldn't be judged. You are being judged. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Just like you all are judging us. But it comes with the territory. That's what we do. We judge each other. But if you want a good man, you have to have your stuff together. And if you want a good woman, you have to have your stuff together. Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman, Chapter 11, How She Dresses, from pages 1. Hold on. Or line. Oh, I think I done passed something. Okay. From page 112 to 120. Chapter 11, How She Dresses, from pages 112 to 120. The next video will be chapter 12, Her Religion. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That will be from page 121 to 128. Her Religion. Jesus. 121 to 128. Black Woman's Guide, the Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman. Link is in the description. Make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think. Let other people see this video. Let's run these likes up. Let's hit this like button, hit this like button, hit this like button. Let's run these likes up. And remember, the 27th of this month, July 27th, Saturday, July 27th, 10 a.m., I am holding an entrance meeting for my On the Shoulders of Giants Black History School at our public library. The entrance meeting for the Black History School to see who is all interested in being a part of this Black History School. I have years and years and years of Black history compiled, and it's time to teach it. So if you're interested, I put that information, and I put my Linktree information in the description and stuff. But July 27th at the B.L. Perry branch library, the B.L. Perry Library branch in Tallahassee, Florida, on South Adams Street, across from the post office we hit. Email me ontheshoulders1@gmail.com for more information about everything. But it's going down, and I appreciate y'all support, and I ask that you continue to support me as I move forward. Let's grow this channel. Let's get these subs up. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these views up. Let's do this. I believe I'm being shadow banned. I do believe I'm being shadow banned, so I need y'all help to make sure I can get these videos out to more and more people, get these views up, get these likes up. Let's do this. I love you all. Make sure y'all catch the next video.